Let's take a closer look at these keyframes. You'll notice that these are diamonds, which causes a very linear type of movement. It just bounces off with no adjustments in speed. Let's take a closer look at that by clicking here on the graph editor. It shows a speed. Click on rotation to see them, and you can see how it's very sharp angles at the top and bottoms of these graphs. We can make an adjustment to that pretty easily by closing up the head and then opening it back up. Let's turn off the speed graph so we can really see these keyframes and select them very easily. So I'm drawing a box around them. They're all highlighted in blue. I'm going to use something called the Keyframe Assistant. I'm going to right click on these keyframes and go to Keyframe Assistant and use the Easy Ease. We don't have to worry about in or out. We'll just have it make those adjustments. Now watch the difference as it swings back and forth. We can especially see that if we turn the graph editor back on, and I'm actually going to press R so it goes back to just the one keyframe. By selecting rotation with the graph editor on, I can see how this is now more curvy. I can also make adjustments to this here, or I can be more mathematical about it with the numerical values. Let's do that. First, I'm going to spread these out a little bit. Remember, this last keyframe is going to end there, but it starts here. So the first thing I want to do to make this a better loop is take the first keyframe where it's standing straight up, copy it, go to the end, and paste it. So by starting and ending the same here, we can always just loop it around. Next, I'm going to spread these out so the ones down here are further apart, and then they're closer and closer together. This can take a little bit of work going through it a couple times. You may even decide that you don't need it to do it this many times and take a couple of them out. Any two of them should do. So let me delete those two so I have a little more room to spread things. Have it be close together at first where it's bobbing really fast, and then it spreads out more and more. Again, if I turn on the graph editor, this makes a little more sense. If we watch it now, we've got smoother bobble. It's going pretty fast at first, and then it'll start to slow down as the space in between these gets bigger and bigger. We can be more careful with this, and we can also change the values very carefully. Using the keyframe jumpers, what I call these, really can make a big difference. Let's go to the first one, and I'm starting at 50 degrees. When I come back over here, I should go to minus 50, or maybe a little bit less. Let's decrease by 2, minus 48. Let's jump to the next one, and instead of 50, we're going to go to 45. And this one, 45 minus 2, minus 43. So whatever mathematical procession that you would like to do, so 35, be easier if I didn't do it by 2's. But we should see a decrease little by little as this goes down. Once again, this graph editor, you can see that these are starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller. I'll show you my end result in just a minute. So this seems like I've got it doing faster and then slower. But when I look at the speed graph, you'll see, oh, there is definitely a problem here. So I'm going to go back and check on these values and see what I did wrong. So here it goes from minus 35, positive 30. Looks like I needed a negative 25 here, and then a positive 20, minus 15 should be plus 10, minus 8, plus 6, minus 3, plus 2, and back to 0. Let's watch this. So it slowly comes to a stop, and maybe that's a little bit too slow. It depends on what else we're going to be doing in the animation. One more point. You can actually click on these and you can adjust by dragging on these handles the speed curve here. So that could be a lot of fun to play around with to try and get something that works a little bit better. But that is some nice keyframe adjustments. You can see they've all been easy eased, and next we'll try moving that hand.